here's my quick point of view review on this Griots G15. I did not see very many reviews on the long throw orbital when I was shopping, and I definitely was interested in trying one after, 10 years with short throws. Let's see. It's been bittersweet. It broke within the first 10 minutes. The speed wheel stopped working. It's stuck on max, but the trigger's variable, so I was able to keep using it. And the first thing I did with it was polish this trunk lid out that I had painted. I had painted it, wet sanded it down to about 1500, had it sitting for a while, so it was definitely fully cured by the time I tried to polish it. And the G15 annihilated it. Orange pad 105, white pad 205, done. It did a beautiful job. It did not leave behind any imperfections. I was really impressed. I wish I bought one a long time ago. In fact, I would recommend, even for a total amateur, not to bother with a Porter cable or any entry-level stuff. Just buy one of these. It's the only thing you need. It takes out heavy imperfections really well. It does great finish work. That extra little bit of long throw does not really affect your ability to get, close to certain edges. Maybe a little bit around the door handles is where I notice it, but you can work that out. You're not going to get inside behind a door handle with a regular short throw orbital anyway. So I would recommend it, even though what I'm going to tell you next also had a really bad experience dealing with their customer service about the problem that I had with it. They were willing to give me a shipping label. It was just like talking to a wall. Like, it took multiple requests to actually get the shipping label emailed to me. And their customer service is based in the US. It's not like you're dealing with overseas people, but they're still difficult. I don't know. It's like they just don't get it, or maybe they're understaffed. Either way, not a great experience. In fact, I ended up just buying a second one rather than deal with their return process, because I was working on this Benz and I wanted it done ASAP, and I did not want to deal with weeks of downtime waiting for them to get this one back, evaluate it, and send me another one. Of course, the next new one that they sent me, while the speed wheel works fine, the trigger's screwed up. So, and then I've explained that to them. Also not going very well trying to work that out. They seem to think that I could just ship them both back on the same label. And maybe I could, but then I won't be able to stick it in the box that they wanted it returned in. And I don't know. It's a pain in the ass. It's definitely not smooth. And I could have spent twice as much money and bought a Flex, which would be the alternative. If I did this for a living, I probably would. I think this thing is pretty loud. I put a decibel meter up next to it, and it was maxed out at 93 decibels, usually well in the 80s. And that's just loud enough to be annoying when you're up close with it. Also just loud enough to be annoying if you've got close neighbors and you're like me and you're up late at night detailing. So I would still recommend it, though. The Porter cable is really loud too, and that's what the one everybody seems to point towards as a great entry level. Wouldn't even bother, because it's really frustrating when you can't get out that scuff mark because the Porter cable just doesn't have the balls to do it. And I would recommend the long throw as the only thing you own. I actually think most body shops should use it, because I would guess maybe about 1 in 100 people using a rotary buffer actually know what they're doing. I see screwed up paintwork come out of body shops and dealerships all the time, and it's just because it's some idiot that doesn't know how to use a straight rotary polisher out there screwing up paint. And if they had one of these, that wouldn't happen. So I'd recommend it despite the problems. And I definitely think it's worth a strong consideration.